Om Shanti. Who am I? In order to be able to meditate or have a divine connection, the first and basic understanding of who am I is very important. When we wish to understand who am I, we need to understand the beginning of this life and the end of this life to understand what and who am I. So if we look at the end of this life and we look at our dead body, that is when we look at ourselves as a corpse, we can see that the corpse is the same as the body is the same as when I'm alive, but something is missing, and that missing entity, and what that missing entity does is who I am truly beyond the body. Because as a corpse, even my mother or my loved ones will come and will say, this is not Amarjeet, this is not my daughter, and will burn or bury me. If the corpse were me, my mother or my father or my loved ones wouldn't burn or bury it, would they? They would hold on to it, right? And this deteriorates and disintegrates, which when I'm alive, it doesn't deteriorate and it doesn't disintegrate. So that means that entity that body that is a corpse is not me. Because if it were me, then it would not deteriorate and it would still be functioning. Because the dead body has eyes, but the eyes can't see, has ears, but the ears can't hear, has nose, but the nose can't smell, has a mouth, the mouth can't speak and can't taste. And of course, the body doesn't feel, the heart, the intestines, all the organs have stopped functioning. So the life force energy that leaves the body is who I am. Now that's one part of who I am, the automatic part of who I am, that energy, life force that is in everybody. And yet each one of us is different. We are just not life force and energy. We have something else a bit more than that separates your identity from me. Each one of us is different, right? So that different entity, the difference between each one of us is our thoughts, our feelings, our nature, our habits, our memories. So that is also part of the soul, the other side of the coin, two sides of the coin, the automatic life force energy that keeps this body moving, as well as what the mind does. So that's why we say that the soul is in fact, a core part of the soul is the mind, which is thinking, feeling, consciousness. And of course there's the unconscious and the subconscious, the different layers of the mind. So when we understand that, who am I, and that I am beyond what is visible, beyond what the mirror shows, beyond what people see, I'm that entity inside. And when I say this is my nature, and that nature can actually change, because the core true nature is different from what I am today, because what I aspire to be, what I aim to be, 100% beautiful, loving, happy, content, peaceful, that's who I as a soul, as an entity beyond this body is. And that's who I aim to be while living in this body. And that's why we have seen that no matter how successful someone is or how much money someone has, you can still be unhappy and still even commit suicide. So money or prestige or fame doesn't give you everything that you need inside, because at the core we need love and we need peace and we need joy and we need happiness. So I, as a soul that leaves this body and enters the womb of a mother to come out as a little baby, that's the start of the life and the end of the life. So when we come out in the beginning as a baby, we are beyond identities. We don't even know that I'm a woman or a man. We don't even know of what religion I am. Everything that from that little baby that I was and I grew up has been like brainwashed into me or nurtured into me by the environment around me, by my parents, by my teachers, by the society, the community in which I live. So I'm impressed upon, and that's why we call them impressions, by the outside world. But at the core, I am perhaps the truth is different from what I have heard and learned and been brought up as. And that's why we hear that we all are one. And so, as a soul, I am beyond this life. I come in the body, in the womb of a mother as a baby, and I grow up, and the body changes from baby to this big, and then becomes old, and then the external changes over the years, but that entity that I am, the soul, remains the same. And that entity, once I leave the body, again takes with me, the soul, that little entity that I am, consciousness, takes it to the next birth as well. And so I will take the next birth and continue my consciousness and continue my purpose in another body. So like this, we have lived many lifetimes, and we engage in karmic accounts. So there's a lot to understand about who I am, and the cycle of time, and karmic accounts. And once all these things are clear, and then as a soul, I'm a soul, and every human being is a soul, where do we come from? And then so to understand further the topics of God and his role in my in me as a soul, changing and developing and evolving, is very important. But for now, I as a soul am an entity, twinkling point of light beyond this body, behind the eye, residing near the hypothalamus. And I am consciousness, and I think, and I give energy to this whole body. And I have emotions and thoughts and feelings, and I can see myself inside, in the screen of my mind, beyond what this eye can see. Om Shanti.